Subscribe now, because the model I'm about to reveal might change your view of AI art, digital creativity, and even who controls the next era of technology. Here's the hook. What if there's an AI so good its images actually fool pro artists and spark panic in closed-door meetings at the world's biggest tech companies? And what if it's not locked up behind a paywall, but open for everyone right now? That's what Flux One Krea is bringing to the table. Raw photorealism, cinematic emotion, and a community-driven rebellion against generic AI-looking art. This isn't just another software update, it's a taste revolution. By the end, you'll understand why Flux One Krea is dominating Reddit threads, trending on X, and starting debates in every Discord where digital art is discussed. So hit that subscribe button and bell now, because if you want to break news, not just watch it happen, you need to be part of this channel. 1. The open weight revolution. How we got here. Let's rewind. Not long ago, generating images with AI was like spinning a roulette wheel. Maybe you'd get something cool, but odds are you'd spot weird hands, plastic skin, or that unmistakable AI glare. DALL-E, Midjourney, Stable Diffusion. They changed the game, but real art always seemed just out of reach, especially if you didn't pay a subscription or wait in a queue. The term AI look was coined by frustrated digital artists in a 2, describing images that felt impressive but never quite alive. It spread so fast even non-techies started using it. That frustration became a battle cry. Why should innovation be locked behind paywalls or driven by Silicon Valley's vision of art? Why couldn't the open source crowd deliver something not just accessible but actually better? Enter Black Forest Labs and Krea AI. In August 2025, they dropped Flux One Krea, a model with 12 billion parameters and a simple mission: destroy the AI look and unleash real, cinematic, emotionally rich images. No signups, no hidden fees, just creative power for everyone. Mini case study: a digital comic artist named San V, tired of waiting days for Midjourney upscales, tried Flux One Krea for a full issue. My readers messaged me asking which photographer I'd hired, she shared on Discord. They didn't even believe it was AI. The kicker? She finished her artwork 40% faster. Did you know? Within 48 hours of launch, Flux One Krea was downloaded by over 35,000 users worldwide, breaking every previous record for open-weight diffusion models. Here's the controversy. A leak from a major closed AI art company, we won't name names but you know who they are, described Flux One Krea as a major threat to our premium pipeline. Is big tech afraid? The comment section wants to know. You think that's wild? Wait till you hear what makes Flux One Krea truly unique in part 2. It might just shatter every assumption you have about open source AI. 2. Why Flux One Krea is different. The age of opinionated AI. So what's the secret sauce? Let's break it down. First, the architecture. Flux One Krea is built on a rectified flow transformer, 12 billion parameters deep. But numbers don't tell the whole story. What matters is taste. The developers hand-curated an aesthetic-first dataset, taught the model to reject generic, bland, or off-putting images, and trained it to prioritize mood, color harmony, and visual storytelling. In blind user tests, 7 out of 10 people picked Flux One Krea's output as more realistic and moving than even the latest Midjourney. That's never happened before for an open-weight model. Myth. Open source models always fall behind on realism. Truth? Flux One Krea's photorealism matches or beats top paid models, especially on complex hands, faces, and environments. Myth. Open models copy, closed models innovate. Truth. Flux One Krea's unique, opinionated curation is leading, not following. But the real twist? Flux One Krea doesn't just follow orders. It collaborates, interprets, and even takes creative risks. If your prompt is vague, it will choose the most visually compelling version, just like a seasoned art director. User quote from Reddit: I used the same prompt on 3 models. Only Flux gave me a photo I'd actually hang on my wall. The others were fine, but Flux felt like it understood me. Did you know? Guidance distillation, Flux One. Krea's secret weapon actually lets the AI learn what to ignore, which means fewer weird backgrounds, more visual impact, and almost zero AI artifacts. Rumor has it that two major art marketplaces are already planning to update their AI detection algorithms, because Flux One Krea is fooling both machines and experts. Are we reaching the end of AI bias in art judging? Think these are just internet rumors? In part 3, you'll see how this tech is already shaking up industries, from gaming and YouTube to advertising and classrooms. 3 real-world impact, artists, brands, and the creative revolution. Let's get practical. Who's actually using Flux One Krea, and how are they breaking the mold? Artists and illustrators. Concept artists now build storyboards that inspire producers, not just fill a pitch deck. Indie creators launch comics and zines with images indistinguishable from pro photographers. Brands and marketers. Small businesses use Flux One Krea to make on-brand campaigns, consistent product shots, and viral graphics. No need for expensive stock or endless copyright checks. A DTC skincare startup launched a campaign with Flux One Krea-generated visuals. The founder reported a 22% jump in engagement versus last year's stock photos. Her words? People DM'd asking who our photographer was, our secret? AI trained in our own brand palette. Did you know YouTube channels using Flux One Krea for thumbnails saw up to 28% higher click-through rates in A/B tests? Turns out, real feel beats stock every time. Teachers and students, from immersive history lessons to unique art projects, classrooms are buzzing. Students can finally illustrate stories and reports without being limited by drawing skills. Accessibility win, Flux One. Krea is leveling the creative field for people with disabilities and those without formal art training. If you can type a vision, you can create it. What's your biggest pain point with AI art? Unreal hands, bland faces, awkward backgrounds? Comment below and vote. Open or closed? Which AI future do you want? Coming up, what happens when experts, journalists, and even your favorite AI YouTubers put Flux One Krea to the test? Part 4 reveals the debate heating up across the community, and you won't want to miss it. For the debate, experts, influencers, and the viral community the battle. Here's where things get spicy. Fun fact. In the first week, Flux One Krea had more user-generated comparison memes than any open-weight model in history. Spot the AI challenges went viral on both Reddit and X. VentureBeat. Open weight is now the trendsetter. Flux One Krea closes the gap, maybe for good. iGraphics Guru on X. Closed models, beware. This is open innovation at its boldest. Hacker News ran a Can You Tell poll pitting Flux One Krea, Midjourney, and DALL images head-to-head. 62% of voters misidentified Flux images as pro photography. A major creative agency, whose NDA means we can't name them, but you've seen their Super Bowl ads, used Flux One Krea to mock up client pitches. Their creative director told us, if I showed these to the client, they'd ask for the photographer's details, not the AI license. Myth. Open models are risky, closed ones are safe. Truth. More eyes mean faster fixes and less bias. Myth. Only big tech can curate. Truth. Crowdsourced curation is producing more diverse, vibrant datasets than any single company ever could. Who do you trust more? AI you can audit, or black box AI you can only rent? Type open or closed below, and don't forget to reply to others for maximum debate. Did you know? Some closed model execs have publicly complained about the threat of open AI models to our business model. When was the last time you saw an incumbent that rattled? If you think that's the end of the disruption, wait for part 5. The next 10 years of creative AI could be the wildest ride yet, and you'll want to be first in line. 5. The future, hyper-custom AI, co-creation, and what's next. Let's gaze forward. Flux One. Krea isn't just a model, it's a movement. Here's where it's taking us. Within 2 weeks, over 100,000 downloads and a dozen public forks on GitHub. Specialized models for gaming, film, branding, even education are popping up fast. The job, AI prompt designer, will be everywhere within 24 months. Every creator, startup, and even classroom could have its own house model within a few years. Visual language will soon be as important as written language. Big tech isn't sitting idle. We're already seeing patent applications and buyout offers for opinionated AI technology. Are they trying to slow the open revolution or simply keep up? Fun fact, Flux One Krea is being used to reconstruct historical events for museum exhibits. One curator said, "It's like having a time machine trained in art history." A VR indie game dev fine-tuned Flux Krea to render NPC portraits in real time. Result? Players spent more time talking to the AI characters because the images felt alive, not plastic. Want to learn how to fine-tune your own version? Subscribe now because in our next video we'll do a full step-by-step guide using free tools only. If you skipped here, here's your recap. Flux Krea is the open-weight AI smashing the AI look for good. It's not just realistic, it's opinionated, cinematic, and crowd-curated. Artists, brands, teachers, and everyday creators are already riding the wave. Experts call it the biggest open-source moment since Stable Diffusion. And you? You can use it, remix it, or join the comment war. Open versus closed. Where do you stand? So what will you do with this new creative power? Drop your thoughts below. Is Flux Krea the beginning of a new creative world? Or just the start of even wilder innovation? And settle the score in the comments. Open or closed? Where do you put your trust and why? Subscribe now and ring the bell for deep dives, step-by-step guides, and the breaking AI news that matters before it goes mainstream. You're not just watching history, you're part of it. If you made it to the very end, type Flux Magic in your comment for a secret shoutout in our next episode. Thanks for watching. Keep imagining, keep creating, and keep leading the revolution.